Along with all these positive benefits that technology and social media do bring, there are some negative effects that do exist, and this is especially true with the impact that social media can have on our lives. This is evident from a 2017 study which demonstrated that social media can have an impact on our society, our health, and our education, both positively and negatively. One big impact that social media can have for us is if we start comparing ourselves to other people online and like the work that we do, and that doesn't always lead to positive impact. In a way, you can use what people have put out online to help you learn and see what they have done and how you can incorporate that and put your own style on it. So like say I see someone that does a cool video effect and I want to incorporate that in my video, I can learn something from that video. But if we fall into the trap of comparing our work to other people, that is where it can start not having a positive impact. So it is currently the 6th day of my 30-day social media detox, 30 days of no social media. And while it is going pretty well, that I don't feel any need to scroll through social, feeling pretty good. The only thing that I felt is fear of missing out from some things, from not being on social. That hit me in the first couple of days, but it's stalled down. That was from my first attempt at doing a social media detox. I got to about 1 week and then I gave up and I made excuses that I needed to use it for work. This time I wasn't making any excuses and I went into this challenge being fully committed to doing it for 30 days. And I really wanted to see what impact doing a social media detox could have. So for the month of June, I decided to take a step back and quit social media for 30 days, and I'm so happy that I did. So this video is all about what happened and how it has had an impact on my life. Before we dive into the details of the video, I just wanted to give you an upfront conclusion and tell you that this challenge has had a massive impact for me and especially my approach to social media going forward. So I would recommend that you give this challenge a go. If you're up for the challenge, even if it's just for a week, I found lots of positive benefits from it and you could as well. I feel like you get even more when you go for the 30 days to the 7 days because I've done 7 days before and I've done 30 days this time and there was a bit of a difference that I've seen because 1 week is easier, but 30 days, I feel like it can really make you reflect more. So I would recommend that you give it a go if you're up to it. The positive benefit that it could have for us could be massive in the long run. A lot of us do these things such as scrolling social media without really thinking about it. But in my opinion, being intentional with the things that we have and do in our lives can bring about such an impact for us, even our happiness. And while these platforms have so many benefits and the power of social media is awesome, and we can learn so many things from social media, like I've learned so many things from social media myself, such as watching YouTube videos and helping me to learn to edit, it can also be really distracting for us. Hey guys, it's day 15 of my 30 days of no social media detox, and I thought I'd just give you a little update, how it's going. I was going to do one earlier, but I thought I'd just let more time go so I get more perspective on like how everything's going. Firstly, like the first 2 times I'd done this challenge, which was back in January, and I tried again in another month, but every time both times I'd done that, I kept making excuses why I should go back on social media, why I'm missing out on growth, I'm missing out on putting out content, I'm missing out on all this stuff. But I knew I wanted to do this challenge. Yeah, I haven't really seen like I want to go on social media and like just consume a lot of content. With everything going on right now with Black Lives Matter movement and the police brutality in America, it's really upsetting, and I wanted to bring attention to the matter at hand, which is police brutality. So I wanted to be able to post on social media. I wanted to try and make an impact. So what I did was I used a third-party software called Buffer, which allowed me to post to social media still, but not actually having to go onto the app itself. I used buffer.com. I'm currently on the free trial, which allows you to connect quite a lot of accounts. And yeah, I'm just using that to post to Twitter and Instagram every so often, not really that much. I posted something today because I want to really just take the time to step away from social media while doing this experiment. I really missed how easy it is just to message people on social media, because for some people, social media is the main way that I communicate with them. So having that is really easy, and it's kind of made it not so easy. But like for people that have like their phone numbers and you can just like text message them, so there's always a workaround, phone calls, text messages. Yeah, that is just a quick update on how my social media detox is going. Yeah, I guess back to the rest of the video, or wherever this is ending up. And if we let the constant scrolling or the consumption of content online stop us from doing the things we really want to do, that might be when we need to take a step back and reflect on a few things. That's why I think we should set up our own rules or guidelines on how we're using these social media platforms, because that can make our experience on them much better. Here are the rules I set out for myself for using social media after this 30-day challenge. 1. Set a social media time limit for the day. By doing this, we can, 1, spend less time on social media, but we can also be more reflective on a day-to-day basis and see, like, if that notification keeps coming up that you've reached your limit for social media, then that might be when you need to like switch some things around. And if you have an iOS device such as an iPhone, in the settings under the screen time, you can select like what your maximum time is for social media per day. 2. Delete Instagram when I'm finished using it. One of the apps I find myself spending too much time on is Instagram. And while I get a lot of value out of this platform, I don't want to spend too much time on it. So what I started to do when I actually started to do this before I did the challenge is that I will delete Instagram after I finish using it. So if I want to go back on it, I'm gonna have to go to the App Store and reinstall the app and then go back on it. And meaning that, yes, it takes more time each time I want to go on the app, but it means I will be going on it less in general because I'll have to go install it each time and then sign back in. And that's just more effort, and it just makes it easier to not go on the app, because if the app is on my phone all the time, then it's much easier to go on and use it. But it's not there all the time, then I won't be using it as much. I also recently started to use this trick of deleting when I'm not using it on other social media apps when I catch myself spending too much time on the platform. And this has really helped me to stay more focused on my work.
3. Blocking websites.
If I've got something that I'm working on and I just can't get focused on the task and I'm getting distracted, I like to use a Chrome extension, and it's called Stay Focused, and it essentially just blocks certain websites that I've already set prior, and this allows me to just get my task done. And because the distractions are no longer, I can't access them. If I try to go on them, they won't work. And I found this especially helpful for my university work and writing that I do. And you can also set this to repeat daily if you want. Say you wanted it to repeat 9 AM to 1 PM every day, you can set that. And you can also set a limit of how long you can spend on certain websites, and I found this pretty helpful as well. There is something that ties this together pretty well, and that's what Cal Newport calls deep work. So I'm just gonna quote what he said about it. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's a skill that allows you to quickly master complicated information and produce better results in less time. And having these constant distractions of notifications and emails, and if we're switching between them and our work, we won't be able to work at such a high level, and we won't be working on our tasks for a long period of time, therefore meaning we won't be as efficient in our work, meaning we won't be able to reach what Cal Newport calls deep work. 2 things that I found very helpful to stay focused on my work for a longer period of time is to, 1, listen to instrumental music while I'm working, and as I previously said, to block websites that might distract me. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Hope you guys are doing okay. We did finally get a haircut as the barber's opened back up just on Saturday. Yeah, not too bad. It's been like 4 months. If you like this video, please consider checking out my email newsletter. I send out writing about productivity, habits and lifestyle design, and about my search for trying to live a more meaningful and purposeful and intentional life. You can find that with a link in the description. Also, please hit the like button, comment and subscribe, because that tells the YouTube algorithm that my work and my videos are just a bit awesome. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are doing alright. I'll see you guys soon.